Okay, let's take a look at computer-generated chess problem 00612 by Chesthetica. Now in this position, even though white has got two queens, he's actually about a pawn unit's value down in material. Notice that the queen on b6 is also in a position to be captured by the bishop on d8. So is the knight on f8 in a position to be captured by the black king. And even the other queen can be captured by the rook on a4. So white's position doesn't seem to be all that good. Yet there is a forced mate in 5 in this position, and I will show you the solution and some analysis now. So there's basically only one way to win, which is the mate in 5. The solution runs as follows. The key move here is actually the curious queen on the A file to b7 check. What would happen, for example, if we moved the other queen to b7, which basically avoids capture by the bishop on d8, which makes it seem reasonable? Well then, black can basically win with king captures f8. And then before you know it, for example, let's say we play rook captures a4. Then we have queen to g1. And then you can see that the white king is in a lot of trouble. So queen to b7, check. And here, black can play, for example, bishop to e7. White continues with queen captures e7, sacrificing the queen. Black replies with king captures e7. White continues with queen to c7, check. If black were to play king captures f8, well then rook to b8, checkmate. So to delay a bit more, black plays knight to d7, and white simply captures the knight with the queen because the queen is defended by the other knight, that is the white knight on f8. So now the king must play king captures f8. Notice that the king can't move to f6 because the white king is on f5. So king captures f8, and now rook to b8, checkmate. So it's a back rank mate. Let me show you the main line again. So it's always important to pay attention to mating possibilities on the board, not just the opportunity to capture material. So queen on the A file to b7 check, bishop to e7, queen captures a7. You must also be willing to sacrifice material sometimes in order to win. King captures e7. Now at this point you can see that white only has queen, rook and knight versus black's queen, rook, knight, rook and 2 pawns. So black is essentially ahead by 7 Shannon pawn units. But if you have a forced mate and you know how to execute it, material is irrelevant. Queen to c7 check. Now black knows the game is over but can only delay. Knight to d7. Queen captures d7 check. King captures f8, and white wins with rook to b8, checkmate. Thanks for watching.